Hmm. You need to say hi real quick. Real quick, real quick. Hmm. Hmm.
It is not a good time. Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Cheston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Hastings tore the envelope.
Flawed.
Right, let us compare this new letter with the second one. Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. The W is not printed properly. Yes, this I is weird. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. why characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Oh, the 밑에.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W is not printed properly. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be jammed.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train. The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon. Jab has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth. It is pointless.
Hey, what the hell? Agak the remote's acting up. Is there a low battery? Probably. Oh, wrong person.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened. A signet ring,
Oh, there it goes.
very
Oh,
probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
But you have to move it around.
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet. An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises. Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder. The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush. The body is just in front of a bush, one of the only bushes in the surrounding area. This place is very calming. The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Oh. Hmm.
The body is just in front of a bush. One of the...
Hmm. What does it mean? Oh, here goes one.
The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Hmm. Uh-huh.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Hmm. That's an automatic.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing. The killer is a daring opportunist. He met Sir Carmichael at nightfall on his deserted path and took advantage of the situation.
Impossible. You forget the trampled grass behind the bush.
Ah, c'est vrai. It proved that he was waiting for his victim.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
This time, theft may have been the motive for the crime.
Theft? But we found a wallet full of banknotes on the body and a watch worth at least £50.
Certes. I had forgotten these details, so we can exclude the theory of theft. Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
It wasn't the theft because they want the woman.
To be honest, this inspector seems rather
But it
obtuse.
has nothing to do with it.
I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer.
More than one answer to it.
Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest. There is something elegant about her. She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him. Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
I insist, Mr. Clark. Please allow me to remind you that this is a murder inquiry.
Unfortunately, she is much too ill.
1 point.
She doesn't even know her husband is dead. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who
3
was
points.
familiar with his habits?
Also got a correct.
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Was it your favorite novel?
The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit. I know it's a children's book, but it's enthralling.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house. Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming. It is an emperor. His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic. A crane? Tiger. A turtle. A dragon. I'm not going to leave now. The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the Imperial Dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him. Turtle, dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
Go.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Yeah, I'll write them down so I can draw them out first. It's a memory game.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Oh, there was a double. I got one of these wrong. That's not black, is it? No. It's brown. It's not I have it wrong. You said the animals are wrong.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Halo Nathan. I'm up. Yes, yes. I'm playing Agatha Christie.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Aló, aló. Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Yes. Yes. Adrian Martin.
French.
Attends, ici.
Same.
Tu parles français, quoi.
I think I heard a bang.
Ah, ils sont deux, ils sont deux.
Other group.
Could it be this cupboard?
Tu sais parler français?
This is interesting.
I'm playing Agatha Christie.
In French?
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
My name isn't in the French book. It's not in the French. It's only teaching me words and sentences.
Il est français? Il est français ou pas? In French.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Park, MD, St. Churstone, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that at the first exam.
Yes.
But with the test results I received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt.
What's in French?
I estimate that
What's
Lady
in
Clark's
French?
life expectancy is no more than 1 year.
In
Hospitalization would not help in her case. So I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours
I'm
sincerely,
trying.
Ernest Logan.
Understand.
Tu sais parler français?
Here's Miss Gray.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle.
Yeah, I don't have names on this.
This porcelain is
It'll be twice
remarkable.
as expensive. If
Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
Yes, yes. Speak. What? Fortnite? I'm playing Agatha Christie. It's a mystery and memory game about murders. Let's see it in. You have the Adriatic Sea, Adriatic. It's as close as it gets to Adrian. How does he have 2 of them set up? Hello, Ellie Gamer. Hello. I'm playing Agatha Christie ABC Murders. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good. It's good.
She
It goes by
appears to
quick
be
though.
very flustered.
No, the 4K hurts my eyes.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot. Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot. Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
Hey, there is no I'm trying to learn to
Just a
speak
minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
Francais. I'm no good at it though.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
What was it?
Do you want to win
No. I like to listen in and observe, watch.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
No good for me.
I'm saying it's not good. I'm just saying I like watching people play video games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
Yes, yes.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
I hardly sleep, man. I used to sleep a lot, not anymore. Observateur. Observateur.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Bye, adieu.
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
It's going green, what the hell?
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangxi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colors.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
Was it difficult working for this elderly gentleman?
He wasn't old. Well, I mean...
Did you have a good relationship with your employer?
He treated me well, and I am sorry for his death.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No.
That's good.
Nobody has been near Comside.
She won't harm him then. Yeah. When I played it, let's see what else.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing, and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns, and they found the body.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
Lady, answer the question.
Mademoiselle, it is difficult to hide things from me. He kissed you earlier, did he not?
My goodness, with Sir Carmichael's death, I was feeling so awful, so worried. I was unable to resist.
I am not judging you, mademoiselle.
Miss Grey, if I may be so bold, please do not take offense. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Grey at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
The way the body's laid out, no, I don't, yeah. Flip them over.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the graveled path. Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it. The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass. Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Ah, he did flip him over. Good.
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
I want that freaking eagle. I think you gotta get it correct. Over and over.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoiled me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine.
Another fellow just jumped in online. Oh, where'd you go? There you go. I need to read this real quick. I want to do that, I guess. Ten Eagle points. They must give it to everybody though. Let me write this bastard off. He's talking noise over here. Which one was it? Let's see here. Ah, booted the wrong one. Oops. Anyway, let's move. Let's proceed.
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says. The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel. She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
These panties were freaks saying.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him? Donald is always on edge.
Leave me alone.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself. Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says.
It's not going green. It is oh, it's already 2. The question first. Look at the question first. Oh. Damn, what was the question first? Question the sky first.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them. I should concentrate on the others. I should take advantage of the silence to examine them. I should concentrate on the others.
That don't make sense, I just did. Oh, I gotta talk to the old fellow. Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't know.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel. Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel. I ought to concentrate on my guests. I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
You are an intelligent woman, Mademoiselle Barnard, and I'm sure that you have already understood my intentions.
You think that if we put our heads together, we might come up with something new?
I am convinced of it. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with P.
Must we go into that?
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard? Did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Allons, surely sisters have no secrets.
She never spoke about any of that to me. Do you believe me, or do I have to repeat myself? Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
That was an idiot. It should be it, the signature, leaving it always. Oh, come on. It's either one of these two. Which one? Ah, no, that wasn't it. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get the evil eye. The eagle eye. desperate. I'll question with a question. Yes, it is correct. Agatha, correct. Agatha, correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
Well, Mademoiselle Drower, do you wish to help us or not?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, don't be so harsh.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon. The meeting was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish. Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Grey to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Are you leaving Cheston for good?
Miss Grey very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs, but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle. This poor woman is very ill.
Ah, the bottle.
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation. It would be rude to make Lady Clark wait any longer.
Yeah, head disappear. There goes the...
It would be rude to make Lady Clark wait any longer. It would be rude to make Lady Clark wait any longer.
Oh, they want me to... Ah, that's not good.
Mr. Poirot?
My respects, madame.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now. Oh, I'm sorry.
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
Where's the telephone?
The Clark residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
How do you do, Mr. Poirot? I'm Lady Clark's nurse. I wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come for her injection today. Might Miss Grey be able to do it?
She has just left, but I will take care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll find the skeleton key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
You can count on me. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you kindly. Goodbye, Mr. Poirot.
Easy peasy.
Here is the skeleton key.
I know. It says one of two.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
What's next?
Lady Clark is in pain. I have to give her an injection of morphine to ease her suffering.
Oh, look, his lady walks in the room.
Lady Clark is in pain. I have to give her an injection of morphine to ease her suffering. It is not the right time.
Please tell the nurse to hurry. Please.
I hope.
Ah, Mr. Poirot. Oh, I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
Madame, you are tired, so I will get straight to the point. What can you tell me about this business?
What business, Mr. Poirot?
No doubt. You wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not yet, chère madame. There was a great many people in Cheston on the day of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your brother-in-law, Miss Grey.
Miss Grey? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go. Immediately.
You are entitled to do so, naturally.
I'm pleased that you approve. The others have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act. See what she's up to. Oh.
Let us say hi to this person.
She's sleeping. I must find a way to wake her up gently. This subject would probably be useful to me. I've finished with this subject.
What's this?
This subject would probably be useful to me. The mechanism appears to be broken. The mechanism appears to be broken. This part appears to be working. That Hastings will not be cross with me. The bronze comb is preventing me from positioning this one.
Put it wrong.
This part appears to be working.
Good.
Does not make any sound. Does not make any sound. This part appears to be working. This is where the combs go. This part appears to be working. This part appears to be working. This skeleton key would be very useful for opening the locks I have not yet been able to open. This part appears to be working. 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 Does not make any sound. Does not make any sound.
That's not easy.
Does not make any sound.
Oh, look what happened.
This part appears to be working.
No. No. Let's see if we put it this way. Let me.
The bronze comb is preventing me from positioning this one. This part appears to be working.
No, it's not working.
Does not make any sound.
Oh, look what it says. L2 and on.
Does not make any sound. This is where the combs go. This part appears to be working. This is where the combs go. Does not make any sound.
Oh, you can do it from there. Oh, good. No. Button.
This part appears to be working. This part appears to be working. This part appears to be working. Does not make any sound. This part appears to be working. This part appears to be working. This part appears to be working.
Damn it. I'm missing something. Let's move on. Let's see something else. Ah, look.
This subject would probably be useful to me.
let's go back. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go with the spring first. That one's an easy one.
I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me. The other comms are preventing me from positioning this one.
Oh no! Let's go with this one. Okay. This is the next one, sir. This, and then this one. Ah, voila. In. Should do it. I think it says, "You take my sunshine away." What is it? It's an old poem too. I think I remember that one thing.
Oh, what are we talking about? Ah, yes. Thora Grey.
Sunshine.
Carmichael had great esteem for her. But for me, she was nothing but a hypocrite.
You're probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased that I've convinced you.
Well, I appear to have been wrong about Thora Grey.
So you all agree. How nice it is to be all of the same mind.
I just told her that.
Miss Grey did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's
again.
hiding something. I think she tried to poison me.
Miss Grey? A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
It proves she knows what she's doing. She's manipulative and she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
Well, at 11 o'clock I saw her talking to someone.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
No, he was not a gentleman.
It would be best to leave her to sleep now.
It's not good.
The telephone in the hall is ringing. Hello?
Poirot, is that you? Hastings here.
Thank you for calling. Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I question Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton key.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But secretive. I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Each to his own, my friend. Yours are pretty often among old ladies that have the maladies.
Poirot, are you mocking me?
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami. How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it. That does not appear to be very useful. That does not appear to be very useful.
$1972 is it? No, it's not really. This is a good thing for some folks. Like you keep it around till you get it going. 1972. Oh, 1927. 1927.
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
I can't do nothing with it. Okay. 631 on there. Let me write those numbers down. Was a 5. How can I put that one? So with 7. Next number is 7. Let's go with 705. Okay. 720. Was that a click? Hard click as well. Damn. Oh, fuck that. Gonna do some manual. Oh, that's 4, it's not 5. God damn. 5. $5.20. Okay. The middle don't have nothing, right? Let's see. Oh look, there's a 2 points right there. 2 dots or something. To move this anymore. Okay. 725? Ah, let's see if it's 725. Haha. The dot means it's a real tricky one, isn't it? 20. Nothing. Ah. Oh, I have it in the wrong. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, wrong one. So 25 though. Back up. Whole button. Didn't do nothing at all.
So, what is this sound?
It was 720.
I should be able to open the trunk now. There we are. A pile of books, including one about dragons. Nothing interesting.
Why is that not interesting though?
Why has Franklin put an Allen key inside his trunk? I'll borrow it for a minute. Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes. Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really...
Let's see here. Triangle. Jeez, that's so old, isn't it? says R1. There's R1. Oh, there it goes. No, not that one. No. No, it's the triangle. There we go. Put it to good use. Some more right here, which is careful, careful. Let's see. Which is it? Is that it? Let's see if it does it that way. There we go.
Another screw. This engraving is not very easy to understand. I need to sort it out. It is blocked.
It's blocked. Oh. Does that look like? Looks nice. Is it?
It is blocked.
Frack and frack. Frack, forget it. Oh, wait. I think I have this one. This part is wrong. Oh, it's one whole piece.
It is blocked.
No. Oh. You're gonna have some problems now. Oh. No. Ah. Ah. No. That wasn't good. What? Oh, la. Ah. It's a very nice looking name. Oh, no, it's not. Damn. Oh, there it goes. Is that it?
It is blocked.
This has to be it. It's all adding up this way.
It is blocked.
What would it be? What is off? Is it the center piece right here that's off? What is it? With this area right here.
It is blocked.
Let's do this whole that's out of whack. Okay. What if I put it look at it this way.
It is blocked.
Oh, no, don't tease me like that. You're so mean. Oh, you're so mean. Okay, what if we go here? I'm having a little smudge there though, look, yeah. Oh, look.
It is blocked.
They don't make a noise, don't they? This is the part that's giving me a hard time. Well.
It is blocked.
Oh. You know, there's a cheat mode. I want to cheat. Let's cheat. Oh, I gotta say hi to her. Oh, look. I think this is it. Oh, it's adding up. Is it? Oh, wait. No, it's not. Oh, let me say hi real quick. Hey, how come you don't let me unfollow him? There we go. Okay, good, let's proceed. Let's see. Oh, wrong button away.
It is blocked.
Smudge off. Okay, let's go to cheat mode. Oh, that isn't it. Use a clue. Oh look, it's doing it all. It's doing it all. What about the smudge? I couldn't move it.
Franklin must really love his country to have an engraving in his trunk. I think I heard the panel above release. A signet ring?
Another ring.
A signet ring with a code written on it. 1587. It may be useful to me.
Let's write that down. Oh, crap. Something.
I've finished with this subject.
I already forgot the number on it.
Franklin appears to be very active.
You have some hunting rifles? There we go. Some freaking tennis rackets.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
That's a shame. Let's proceed over here to see the next investment.
Four Chinese symbols are engraved on this padlock. It's only a hinge. Nothing interesting. It's only a hinge. Nothing interesting.
Can we turn it? Oh, look. What is this? Grab it. What is it? Someone's to know what their Grammys, eh? Okay.
Well.
Look.
The characters engraved on this disc resemble those engraved on the padlock.
The character it says is a... Wait. I misspelled. I didn't. Okay, let's take our time with it. Okay, that looks like a character that looks like this. Don't forget this one here. What is it supposed to be?
Like this. This character appears to be the right way round.
Uh-huh. Okay. Next victim. Oh.
Like this. This character appears to be the right way round.
Let's write it down. It's a memory game. It's all about your memory, fellow. So good luck. Not good. There goes my A. This one.
Like this. This character appears to be the right way round.
Next character. You filthy rat. Who is it? Ah, there's one on top. Oh, I thought it was all of them. There it is, look.
The position of this character looks right to me.
Another character. Okay, let's put it. She won't forget it. It's a good character. One go across. Then don't forget those. There we go. Good, good, good. Box it out. And now to see the order. First we'll go with next we'll go with that because at the top. This should be correct. This one's an easy one. Anything?
No, it's not the right code.
Ah!
Let us check the Chinese characters
Filthy
again.
bastard. You tricked me again. Okay, this and next character will be is that it?
No, it's not the right code.
No.
Let us check the Chinese characters again.
Okay, that one's on top.
It's only a hint.
My imagination.
Nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting. Okay, let's do a little cheat mode. Oh, it was. I did get that one the first one. Okay, that one was right. And it wasn't the that symbol. Let's go with this symbol next. Then this symbol. And the last symbol. Oh, wait. No. Oh, my brain ain't no good. Fuck. Is that it?
No, it's not the right
No,
code.
it's not.
Let us check the Chinese characters
Oh,
again.
no. 1, 2. Second one. This is the second one because it's at the second location, which is this one. Okay, then this one is either the middle one or the last one. Okay. That one's the second one. Yeah, it's the little dots that gives it away. They put them on dots out. Okay, this one. Yeah, cause look, this one's okay. This one's that'll be the third one, and the fourth one is the one on top, cause it's right at leaning on the edge. Yeah, it's leaning right on the edge. It's number 3. And let's go. The second one was. last one will be... Whoa, wait. Oh no, there is no way. Let's go back to this one. This one is the last one because it's right. It leans on the edge. Yeah, that is the last one. Good, good, good. Yeah, the dots gave it away. Alright, good, 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 good. Oh, there it is, there it is. Oh. Aha! It was it.
At last, the cupboard is open.
Now, what did she leave or he leave behind? Always tell alls. Let's see, you?
Genteel and wild. English countryside revisited. The Railway Children, E. Nesbit.
Another book.
For Franklin, und Heffy's Christmas, 1910. Traveling in China, a practical guide for English travelers.
Very interesting.
A net, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
Did I already check these? No, I haven't.
February 1922, South Africa.
What was it, 1952 it said? Oh.
February 1922, South Africa.
1922. Okay. And this one is
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
Okay, fellow. Next observation and puzzle.
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
Okay.
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
I don't think I have the proper tools right now. Ah, I think It's
South Africa?
okay.
Brazil? Libya?
Okay. That's one. Right.
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
Okay.
Australia? Sumatra?
Oh. Wrong. Oh, wait, don't.
The New Siberia archipelago? This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. Alaska? Brazil?
Careful.
Libya?
Okay, we went through this already. Let's see, it's the ring.
The plates around the
it is.
picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Here's the ring. Okay. But. What are the codes?
Alaska?
What would be in Alaska? A bear. Yes, some type of raccoon or a bear. Audubon, something
Brazil?
else? Oh, Brazil? Okay, that'll be some type of hooves and birds. It's tropical rainforest. Wait. Oh, bro. Africa.
South Africa?
South Africa. Need some type of clue. Libya said, I think.
Libya?
Not easy. Oh, what is this?
Sumatra?
Sumatra.
The New Siberia archipelago?
The Siberia. What is that supposed to be? It doesn't say. I'm not supposed to figure that out. Ah! Let me try the key next. No, it's senseless, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, once it's used, it's used. Okay. Oh. What about this?
Brazil?
Some dog just got beat up. Be right back. clue whatsoever. North America? No, it's too cold into the... Ah, wrong area. Why does it even do that? Oh, look at that. No, not the ring. Doesn't say, does it? No, let's figure that one out. Okay, let's get rid of the bear. Oh, no. Should be venturing off there, fellow. Let's see these stubborn bastards. Why does it do that? It does that. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, that's a raccoon. Let's go back to the host. It's seabird. Seagull. Okay. That's a weird one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prints. That's a monkey. Okay, monkeys aren't known to be in North America for whatever reason. So we get rid of that print. Yeah, that's the only area there's no monkeys in North America. But they did find dinos. Okay, there are monkeys in South America. Very tropical weather. About the seabirds. Seagulls? This is not easy. Let's see over here. But there is a bear in North America and in not monkey paws. There we go.
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
I got it. Correct. Easy. It's a little tricky here. Okay, the next. Yeah, there's no monkeys in North America whatsoever. Ship them in. Okay. But there's bears. Next area is... Wait. Not good. Yeah, that one's no, was it? Okay. It's not letting me do the map. It's flawed.
The New Siberia Archipelago.
Okay, the Siberian is...
The Lion of Sumatra.
The Lion of Sumatra? Ah. Okay, that one's it's not an easy one because the bear print is up here on the top left, and then on this end is a right hand side of the frame. The tiger of Siberia was on the top right of the frame and the bottom right of the frame. Okay, yeah, it's a little tricky. Why does it let you do that? Yeah, it's fraud, man. Not good. Saying what the fuck is that about? It's confusing. Okay, next is Libya, correct?
Australia.
What was in Australia? Birds. There it goes. Birds is one of them. Plenty. This is it. No, it's not known for. It's more for. Let's see. The banjo. I mean the banjo. The dog. Wild dog. That's another one.
Australia.
Sharks. Oh heaven, if it's with sharks. Oh my. They couldn't take it, fellow. Let's see. Okay. Ah, it's the same print. You can't leave that print there, so. And that print is some type of bird. But what type of bird? That's a claw. It's in the back end. 3 points in the front and 1 in the back. What would it be? This one's a penguin. No, it sort of looks like a penguin. Let me leave that one there. There's another print like that, a hoof. What type of hoof? Only 2. It's like a. What is that one? It looks like a zebra hoof. No. Well, what would it be? Okay, we got that one correct, so we came over. Good. Ah,
the African kudu.
Oh, it was a hoof, but what was it called again? Kudu or hoodoo? Ah, so I need to get it correct. It was a hoof. Freaking hoofy bastard. Okay. And then that was on the left-hand side of the frame with them, which should have been, and then on the bottom right hand side of the frame. So I got 2 down, 3 down, and how many more to go? I'm missing Brazil.
Brazil.
Which is loaded with freaking monkeys, man. I mean, it's so infested with monkeys, it's not even funny. But they like eating fish. And every now and again they'll eat monkey. No, confusing. The monkey? No, the monkey? It's the monkey, man. What the hell? So freaking loaded over there, monkey. That one's an automatic. It's there he goes.
I heard the sound of a mechanism.
Ha 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 ha.
Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
Those birds and monkeys. Yes. Ah, the year of the animals. A good thing I wrote them down. Yeah, it messes with your memory a lot. Good thing I wrote down. Let's see. It had 2 of them. But which ones? Oh, let's observe the ring. Let's look at the ring. But how? One. Okay, both of them are from the 1900s. But would it be 1922? Let's go with 1922 first. 20. Nothing? Nothing? Is that an engraving in the back of the ring? No, it does not. So it needs
a signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
Ah, there is a number written on it. 1587 is the code, as the number. Where's my pen? There it goes. 1587. So it wasn't the animals, it was the ring. The year 1587. Ooh. Okay, 1, 5, 8, and now 7. There it goes.
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry. A dozen gold sovereigns, some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery. Eton College School year, 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline.
Next is the letters.
Sir Carmichael Clark, Campsite Churchton, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campsite, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother. Charlotte Clark, Campsite Churchton, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Campsite, 1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me. Starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. So, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you were surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Compside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
Ring number 2. And now? It's like I'm running ransacking that motherfucker but stealing things.
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte.
Charlotte? Charlotte. Oh yeah, it's in the O-T. Charlotte. Okay.
Miss Thoragray, Compside, Churchton, Devon. Arsenic trioxide thallium.
Oh.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum. Compside's private collection, purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection. Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is on the top of the map. Compass point to the south. Bronze and magnetite. Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC, Purchased in Hong Kong 1935. There are some very valuable objects here. There are some very valuable objects here.
Oh, they let me step outside. Good.
Order and method above all. Let us finish examining the mansion while no one is around.
Oh, no, I guess not. All this crap I haven't looked at.
I've already seen similar daggers. A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. See.
Shame.
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
Step outside, which they won't.
I am not going to leave Comside now. I still have some things to do. Best to leave her to sleep now.
Ah. Okay, so they won't let me.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler. I do not need to make a telephone call now. I've finished with this subject.
Oh, put back the key. Ah, it's a tricky one.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
Did I get it correct? No. Damn Let's see. Oh, wrong button.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
It's not letting me. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, look, there's something here.
The door is locked. This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names. No deaths on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing. Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No known names. Disappointing. Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
We got all that out of the way.
Best to leave her to sleep now.
Oh.
I am not going to leave campsite now. I still have some things to do. I've finished with this subject.
Done. Okay, let's go with cheat mode. Outside.
I see some papers that were not there the first time I visited.
Oh.
Valuers report property. Building land located in Campside, Churston client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill office. Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for? These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here. Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comsite Churton, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan. Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from? Something makes me feel uncomfortable. Brown pellets. Revolting. Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical. There, that's better. It is symmetrical. I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry! Clark's greenhouse. It must hold some rare plants. May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte. It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers. This object would probably be useful to me. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. Everything that Thorgray has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. Thorgray had no reason to kill someone who only had few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London. April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra. Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here. Hello, Hastings? I have finished in Sherstone. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burned document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
This man is tired. Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
I am not going to play games with you, Mr. Fraser.
You don't understand me. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
A dream? I am no psychoanalyst, my friend.
Good God. How on earth could I have thought you'd listen to me?
Have a drink and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Grey to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her. Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.